Let's talk about New York City, the Big Apple, the city so nice they named it twice. We all know the movie version Central Park meet cute's yellow cabs and the idea that if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. But behind the glossy postcard is a reality few talk about. New York is a city of dizzying highs and crushing lows where dreams come with a hefty price tag. I moved here with big hopes, and yes, there's magic, but there's also grit, expense, and relentless pressure. Today we're peeling back the layers to reveal what it really costs, financially, mentally, and emotionally, to live in the greatest city in the world. This isn't a hit piece, it's a reality check. We'll talk rent, subways, loneliness, and the insane cost of just existing here, and why, despite it all, millions of us stay. Let's get into it. Let's start with the most infamous topic, rent. Before you chase your dreams, you have to find a place to live, and it's almost always too small, too old, and costs more than a suburban mansion. Landlords will call a closet a cozy studio, and a shower in the kitchen open concept living. You're not paying for space, you're paying for a zip code. The privilege of a Manhattan one-bedroom, over $4,000 a month, and to get it, you need a sparkling credit score and proof you make 40 times the rent. That's $160,000 a year just to qualify for a shoebox. The competition is fierce, the standards are sky high, and the compromises are endless. You start calculating, if I skip coffee for 6 months, maybe I can afford the broker's fee. Maybe if we turn the living room into a bedroom, we can swing it. Leases are short, rent hikes are brutal, and the threat of moving is always looming. Your apartment becomes a financial ticking clock, not a sanctuary. The pressure shapes everything. Your job, your social life, your sanity. The broke artist isn't a cliche, it's reality for many, one bill away from leaving. Inequality is everywhere. Penthouses overlook public housing, and the economic tightrope is real. The city's energy? It's millions hustling just to stay afloat. Your dream apartment? Probably someone else's walk-in closet. That's the first dark truth. In New York, just having a roof over your head is a victory. The rent isn't just high, it's a test of how much you're willing to sacrifice. And for many, it's a sacrifice they make month after month. The city demands it, and still, we stay. You've got a place. Now, the real adventure begins. How do you get anywhere in this sprawling metropolis? How do you navigate the concrete jungle? Welcome to the New York City subway, a subterranean world all its own. It's old, a relic of a bygone era, chaotic, a symphony of screeching metal and hurried footsteps, and the city's lifeblood, pumping millions of people through its veins every day. Delays are constant, a fact of life you'll quickly learn to accept. Signal problems, the classic excuse, train traffic, a rush hour reality, or the mysterious earlier incident, leaving you to wonder what exactly transpired. Overcrowding? Prepare to get cozy. It's a daily ritual, a sardine can experience at least twice a day, pressed against strangers, a test of your personal boundaries, personal space, a distant memory, a luxury you can no longer afford. The unwritten rules, a code of conduct essential for survival, no eye contact, avoid acknowledging the shared misery, give up your seat, especially to the elderly or pregnant, never block the showtime dancers, unless you want to incur the wrath of the entire car. In summer, prepare for the heat. Stations are saunas. The air thick and heavy. In winter, brace yourself. They're wind tunnels, whipping gusts that threaten to steal your hat. You'll see a man with a parrot, perched proudly on his shoulder, a string quartet, filling the station with unexpected beauty, or something even stranger, something that defies explanation. The subway map, your guide to this underground labyrinth, is a crayon maze. A colorful tangle of lines that can seem utterly incomprehensible, and service changes, those weekend disruptions, are a mental workout, requiring strategic planning and a healthy dose of patience. You develop a sixth sense, an intuition honed by countless rides, for which car to board, the one that will get you closest to your exit, and where to stand, the optimal spot to avoid the worst of the crowds. At $2.90 a ride, each swipe a small sacrifice, it adds up, a constant drain on your wallet, another bill, a non-negotiable expense, another gamble, a roll of the dice every time you descend the stairs. Will your train come, or will you be stuck waiting indefinitely? Will it be packed? a human Tetris game to find a sliver of space. Will the AC work, or will you be swimming in your own sweat? The frustration is real, a palpable tension in the air, collective groans at delays, a shared expression of exasperation, desperate sprints, a mad dash to avoid missing your connection for closing doors, a gamble that often ends in defeat. It's a source of daily stress, a constant undercurrent of anxiety, endured, not enjoyed, a necessary evil to navigate the city. But it's also, surprisingly, the great equalizer, a melting pot on wheels, bankers, in their power suits, students, burdened with textbooks and tourists, wide-eyed and clutching maps, all crammed together, sharing the same sweaty, noisy space. For a moment, amidst the chaos, everyone's in the same boat, bound by the same destination, or rather the same screeching metal tube hurtling through the darkness. The subway is, in many ways, New York in miniature, a concentrated dose of the city's energy, loud, a cacophony of sounds, crowded, a sea of faces, infuriating, a test of your sanity but undeniably alive, pulsing with the city's rhythm. You see the city's diversity, a tapestry of cultures and backgrounds, overhear heartbreak and kindness, snippets of conversations that reveal the human condition. It's a test of patience, a virtue you'll need in abundance, willpower, the strength to resist the urge to scream, and your ability, perhaps most importantly, to ignore strange smells, a skill that will serve you well. Pass the test, conquer the challenges, and you're one step closer, one ride further, to being a true New Yorker, a seasoned veteran of the underground. The subway is a daily reminder, a constant lesson. Nothing here comes easy, you have to earn your place. But it's also where, in the midst of the madness, you witness the city's pulse, the raw energy that makes New York so unique. It's a ride you'll never forget, for better or for worse. And it's part of, an integral piece of, the price of admission, the cost of living in this incredible city. In New York, where every moment is a story, even getting from A to B, a simple commute, is an adventure, a journey into the heart of the city. And sometimes, against all odds, that's the best part, the unexpected moments of joy. The subway is a microcosm, a reflection of the city's chaos, its relentless energy, and its undeniable charm, its hidden beauty. Survive it, embrace the madness, and you belong, you're one of us. Miss your stop, a rookie mistake, and you're just another tourist lost in the labyrinth. Welcome to the ride, the quintessential New York experience. 8.5 million people call this city home, a teeming mass of humanity packed onto a small island. And yet, despite the sheer number of souls around you, New York can be the loneliest place on earth. It's a paradox that many experience, a feeling of isolation in the heart of a bustling metropolis. You're always surrounded by faces, a constant stream of people flowing around you, but rarely connected, truly connected, to the people sharing your space. The city fosters a sense of anonymity, where you can be invisible even in a crowd. The city moves fast, a relentless current pulling everyone along, heads down, lost in the digital world, headphones in, blocking out the noise, and often the potential for connection. Everyone in their own bubble, carefully constructed and fiercely guarded. Making friends as an adult is hard enough. Here it's an Olympic sport, a constant competition for attention and connection. Schedules are packed to the brim, leaving little room for spontaneity or genuine interaction. Plans are rescheduled endlessly, victims of the city's demanding pace. And people come and go, a transient population constantly in flux. The rent crisis means friends move out, scattering across boroughs or even to other states. Social circles dissolve, leaving you to start all over again. And you're always rebuilding, constantly searching for your place in the ever-shifting landscape. Friendships can feel transactional, based on what you can offer rather than genuine connection. Networking becomes the primary mode of interaction. Hustling is the unspoken language, never truly deep, rarely venturing beyond the superficial. The city's scale is isolating, a constant reminder of your own smallness. A friend in another borough might as well live in another state, the distance and travel time creating a significant barrier. Your world shrinks to your neighborhood, the familiar streets and faces becoming your entire universe. And even then, You might not know your neighbors, living in close proximity, but remaining strangers. The city's energy is aspirational, a beacon of opportunity and success, but it can be crushing, the pressure to succeed weighing heavily on your shoulders. Social media amplifies the highlight reel, showcasing the curated perfection of others' lives, making your own struggles feel personal, as if you're the only one not thriving in this environment. Loneliness creeps in, a subtle but persistent presence. Coming home to an empty apartment, the silence amplifying the feeling of isolation. Eating alone, another reminder of your solitary existence. Feeling disconnected in a crowd, a ghost in the machine. New York is sold as a place of connection, a vibrant hub of social activity and endless possibilities. But for many, it's a silent struggle, a hidden battle against isolation and loneliness. It's not a personal failure, this feeling of loneliness. It's built into the city's relentless pace, its transient nature, and its competitive spirit. The real challenge isn't just surviving financially, though that's a significant hurdle in itself. It's finding genuine connection, forging meaningful relationships in a city that often feels designed to keep people apart. The city tests your emotional resilience, pushing you to your limits and forcing you to confront your own vulnerabilities. As much as your wallet, it will challenge your spirit. But if you find your people, those kindred spirits who understand your struggles and share your dreams, those moments of connection are gold, precious and invaluable in a city that often feels devoid of genuine warmth. The loneliness is real, a pervasive undercurrent that runs beneath the city's vibrant surface. But so is the possibility of finding your tribe, those individuals who will become your chosen family. In New York, you have to fight for community, actively seeking out connections and building relationships. And when you find it, it means everything, a lifeline in a sea of anonymity. The city can be cold, unforgiving, and indifferent to your struggles, but it can also surprise you with warmth, unexpected acts of kindness that remind you of the humanity that still exists. That's the paradox of New York, alone in a crowd, surrounded by millions but feeling utterly isolated, but never without hope, the unwavering belief that connection is possible, that you can find your place in this city. The struggle for connection, the constant effort to build and maintain relationships, is part of the New York story, a defining characteristic of life in this challenging and rewarding city. And it's worth it, because the connections you forge here, the community you build, will be unlike anything else you've ever experienced. New York is the king of convenience, anything, anytime, anywhere. Thai food at 4 a.m., done. Groceries in an hour, easy. The city offers endless options 24/7, but convenience comes at a price literally and emotionally. That late-night pad thai, delivery fees, service fees, tips, suddenly it's double the price. Every shortcut shaves more off your wallet. You work more to afford convenience, then need more convenience because you're working so much. It's a cycle that never ends. The paradox of choice is real. 25,000 restaurants, hundreds of things to do, and you're paralyzed by options. Decision fatigue sets in, and the pressure to always be on leads to burnout. The city never sleeps, and neither do you. FOMO is constant. Peace and quiet, rare and often expensive. Convenience breeds impatience. You expect everything instantly, and normal delays feel intolerable. You outsource basic life skills. Why cook or fix things when you can just pay someone? It's not all bad. Convenience is a lifesaver for busy people. But in New York, it's turned up to 11. The trade-off: unparalleled access, but at the cost of your money, time, and mental energy. The convenience tax is real, and it's part of the city's DNA. You pay for speed, but sometimes lose the simple joys. The city promises to make life easier, but often just makes it more expensive and complicated. That's the deal: access and options in exchange for your peace of mind. In New York, even convenience is a hustle. And yet, we keep paying. Because here, anything really is possible, if you can afford it. After all that, after the relentless pace, the constant challenges, and the sheer intensity of it all, you might wonder, why stay? Because despite everything, despite the frustrations and the occasional heartbreak, the magic is real. It's not movie magic, the kind that fades with the credits. It's the real gritty kind, forged in the city's very core. It's a perfect spring day in Central Park. where the city breathes and relaxes, a breathtaking sunset over the iconic skyline, painting the sky with vibrant colors, a stranger offering a helping hand on the crowded subway stairs. It's the friendly bodega owner who knows your usual order, always ready with a smile and a quick chat, the collective, deafening cheer that erupts when the Knicks finally win a game. In a city that can often feel anonymous, lost in a sea of millions, these unexpected moments of genuine community are absolutely priceless. The city's relentless energy is undeniably contagious. Ambition, boundless creativity, and the palpable sense of endless possibility. You're constantly surrounded by some of the most talented and driven people in the world, and it inevitably pushes you to dream bigger, to strive for more. Diversity isn't just a buzzword thrown around in meetings. It's the very heartbeat of the city, the rhythm that keeps it alive. In a single day, you can easily hear a dozen different languages being spoken around you. Sample incredible food from nearly every continent on the globe, and wander through vibrant neighborhoods that feel like entirely different countries. The entire city is essentially a living, breathing museum, with history, world-class art, and vibrant culture waiting around every single corner. You're not just living here, you're becoming a part of a story that's still actively being written. New Yorkers are famously tough, incredibly adaptable, and remarkably resilient. The city teaches you a unique kind of grit and determination that you simply can't learn anywhere else. The world's very best art, groundbreaking music, and unforgettable food are all right here in your backyard. On a complete whim, you can find yourself face to face with a timeless masterpiece or stumble into a dimly lit club and catch a legendary jazz performance. These magical, only in New York moments are the ultimate payoff for enduring the chaos. The city will undoubtedly test you, push you to your absolute limits, and frequently make you question all of your life choices. But what you ultimately get in return is a life that is anything but ordinary. You willingly trade comfort and predictability for the unparalleled vibrancy of city life. You exchange a sense of ease for the incredible wealth of opportunity that surrounds you, and you sacrifice a bit of peace for a front-row seat to what is arguably the greatest show on earth. For those who choose to stay and embrace it, it's a trade that's undeniably worth making. The daily struggle is undeniably real, but so too is the extraordinary reward that awaits those who persevere. That's the ultimate unspoken bargain that defines life in New York City. And for so many of us who call this chaotic metropolis home, it's worth every single sacrifice we make. The magic is undeniably real, if you just know exactly where to look for it amidst the hustle and bustle. So there you have it, the good, the bad, and the very expensive truth about New York City. It's relentless, challenging, and sometimes unforgiving, but also bursting with energy and magic. The struggle is real, but for many, the reward is worth it. If this resonated with you, hit subscribe. We dive into real stories like this all the time. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your New York story? Have you lived here, visited, or dreamed of it? Drop your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.